We're going to simply begin, as we usually do for our Sunday practice, by finding our tall seat and watching the breath flow in and out of the body. And let's isolate it to a place in the body where we're going to hold our attention. So let's isolate it now to the heart center. As you keep your attention on the heart center, see if you can elongate the spine just a little bit more and feel the crown of the head stretch upwards. Paying very close attention to the motion of the chest, the center of the chest, as you let the body breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Now you may continue to watch the body breathing. You might add a little bit to that. You might let the inhalation grow a little, let the exhalation grow a little. But at this time, let the focus be on the feeling of opening in every way possible, on the inhalation. And just releasing everything else on the exhalation, anything that is getting in the way of being open channels to love and joy and bliss, so that they may flow through easily. So inhaling and opening, focusing on opening. Exhaling, releasing anything that needs to be let go of, that needs to go, and free up those channels. So inhaling, opening to love, joy, and bliss. Exhaling, releasing everything else. Inhaling, opening to love, joy, and bliss. Exhaling, letting go of everything else. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling, releasing anything that is obstructing these channels from flowing with love, joy, and bliss. Now we're going to breathe more deeply and focus here on cultivating deep, consistent breath, victorious breath. Inhaling more fully, utilizing the muscles in the throat to elongate the inhalation, using the diaphragm. And then exhaling, releasing. Emptying completely, not holding on to past used air. Inhaling, expanding through belly all the way up to the chest. Exhaling, releasing from the chest all the way back down into the belly. Let's bring to our practice Shiva Mantra to remember the purpose of our practice, which we will tie in with more depth today. Bringing palms together, I bow to the presence of the divine within, our true and highest teacher that lives in and around us as being, consciousness, and bliss. It is ever present and radiates peace, lighting the way to transformation. Deep breath in. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sat-Chit-Ananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We're going to take the palms and send them upwards. Keep the palms together. Bring the head back. Keep reaching the palms up. Even if you have to bend the elbows for now, just keep sending palms up. Feel the broadness of the back. Maybe see if you can straighten the arms a bit. And then we're going to open the arms and feel that space in the chest, as if you're about to embrace. It's really taking the arms out, just getting ready for this embracing. And then we'll take a side bend, go to either side. Hand comes down, arm reaches up and over. Take a full breath here. And then inhale, come to center. Find the arms wide, spread away from each other, the chest open, and then exhale to the other side. Another deep breath. And inhale, come to center. Open the arms wide, take the head back. And then we'll reach the arms right back upwards, palms together, draw the hands in towards the chest. Bowing the head in, stretching the neck right in the back of the neck as you lower the chin. And then come to table position, hands and knees, where we'll have the knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Begin to move through cat-cow. Inhaling, belly sinking. Exhale, belly engaging. Inhaling, belly sinking and relaxing. Exhaling, belly pulling up and engaging. Continue like this at your pace. One more cow posture, belly sunken here. And then let's shift the arms forward and come into heart chakra posture. And if that doesn't feel right for you, you can come into child's posture. So we'll be sending the hands forward, and the forehead will rest on a block or the mat, but the idea is forearms will stay up. Palms down, hips over knees, heart sinking down towards the mat on every exhalation. Really allowing the heart to sink down. When we feel love, we feel it in the chest. We don't feel it in the head. We don't feel it in the feet. We don't feel it in the belly. We feel it in the chest. So for the next 5 breaths, allowing this feeling to rise up in the chest. This feeling of love that is connected to bliss and joy. That love welling from within. Now we're going to shift into child's posture when you're ready. So simply lower the hips down, lower the head, and maybe relax the arms a little bit here as you let go completely. See if you can sink the hips lower and lower. Nice clearing breath here, inhaling through nose, exhaling through the mouth. Going to rise up to seated on the heels if you can. If you can sit on the heels, sit right on top of them. If that doesn't work for you, you can sit on a blanket right on the bottom with ankles crossed. But we're going to be moving a little bit more forcefully with the breath. So we're going to interlock the fingers. So let's start, we're going to switch actually. So we're going to have right hand on top of left and then interlock fingers and pull the fingers and the elbows away from each other. Now we'll take a deep breath in and out. And you can take this at a more rapid, forceful pace or slower pace, depending on what works for you. On the next inhalation, twist to the left. On the exhalation, twist to the right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Now, you might stay at that pace, or you might pick it up a little bit. So inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. So continuing this without constricting the throat. So we're letting the air flow in and out of the nostrils completely. More quickly. Just letting the heart rate pick up a bit. Now one more. Exhale and then inhale, come to center. Feel the heat building in the body. Switch the position of the hands. So now the other hand will be on top, and so we're pulling. And then we're going to change directions that we begin with. So when you're ready on the inhale, we'll go right. Exhale left. Go at your pace. It's okay to have more of a swinging motion here and not so much of that slow, controlled motion that we're typically used to. And two more. I know it's a change of pace. So we're going to come to center and then reach the arms upwards. Interlace the fingers, extend the index fingers up. Now let the head come back. And feeling a sense of relaxation through the image of liquid light traveling from the crown of the head, down through the face, down through the neck, the trunk, the rib cage, into the belly, down the legs. That same liquid light moving down the fingers, through the forearms, upper arms, into the shoulders. And release the arms and lower back down into child's posture. Releasing. Establish that victorious breath. And now we're going to start to make our way to standing. So let's go ahead and rise to table posture. Exhale into downward facing dog. Find a little motion here. Through the legs. Feel the strength in the back. You might stretch a leg up. We've had them folded for a bit. And then stretch the other leg up. And then we'll be meeting in a forward fold at the top of the mat. Releasing the head. The feet can be apart or close together, maybe touching. Let's go into a bit of a twist here. So we'll separate the feet so that they're hips distance or wider. And then we'll bend the left knee, keep the left fingertips down, maybe in front of the left foot. And then inhale, lift the right arm upwards towards the sky. If it's hard to get hand to mat, you can have elbow to thigh or hand to block. Pressing into the right hip, sending the right arm up. Now let's actually work with this right arm a little bit. So we're going to pull the right shoulder blade into the back so that right arm will go slightly back a few inches. And then we'll reach it up and then draw that shoulder blade into the back. Reach it up, draw it in, and reach up for 2 breaths. Maybe this right wrist wants to move around, that hand needs some motion, opening there. And then exhale, right hand down in front of the right foot. Bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. Inhale, lift the left arm upwards. And pressing into the left hip. And then we're going to pull the shoulder blade into the back, drawing that left arm a little further behind, and then picking it back up again. Sinking shoulder blade into surrounding muscles, and then picking back up. Let's say a couple more of those. And then we'll keep that left arm reaching upwards. Again, maybe you move through the hand. Breathing. Exhale the left hand down. We're going to bend the knees, let the arms dangle loose, let the head release. And then little by little, slowly start to unroll the spine, let the arms hang loose till the shoulders come up. And once shoulders come up, the head comes up. Move through the shoulders a little bit, coming into circles. And then let's step the feet closer together. And inhale, reach the arms upward. Let the head come back, pull the pelvis in. Engage the thighs. Exhale, palms together. Bring the thumbs in towards the heart center. Close the eyes for a moment. And because we really want to focus on the meaning of our practice today, really helping us understand the opening invocation to this practice, I'm going to read from Paramahansa Yogananda. As you're standing tall, as you're focusing on the breath and really coming back into that sense of opening up and releasing anything that's preventing you from being open. Inhaling and opening. Exhaling, releasing everything else. You can keep the hands here. If you want to really feel that openness, you can bring the arms alongside the body, the palms facing forward, and maybe even step the feet slightly apart. So see what gesture feels more open to you, and then just let these words enter. He says, "Think deeply about what I am telling you. The satisfaction of love is not in the feeling itself, but in the joy that feeling brings. Love gives joy. We love love because it gives us such intoxicating happiness. So love is not the ultimate. The ultimate is bliss. God is Sat-Chit-Ananda, ever existing, ever conscious, ever new bliss. We, as soul, are individualized, Sat-Chit-Ananda. From joy we have come, in joy we live and have our being, and in that sacred joy we will one day melt again. All the divine emotions, love, compassion, courage, self-sacrifice, humility, would be meaningless without joy. Joy means exhilaration, an expression of the ultimate bliss." At this time, we'll send the arms back upwards and bring the palms together. Exhale, bring the thumbs in towards the chest. Let the feet be hips distance apart. And then we're going to come to standing posture by stepping the left foot to the back of the mat. And we'll keep the back heel lifted for now. We'll release the arms down alongside the body. And then on the inhalation, reach the arms upwards. On the exhalation, lower the arms and also lower the left knee. So you might have to scooch the left foot back a little bit, but we're going to just lower it an inch above the mat, and then we're going to inhale and straighten the left leg, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the left knee and bring the arms back down. So left knee is hovering above the mat. Inhaling, straightening left leg, reaching arms up. Exhaling, almost lowering left knee to the mat. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling. About 3 more of these. Feeling the sinking on the lowering, even though you're staying relaxed and it's taking a little bit more effort from the body. And then inhaling, reaching the arms up and straightening the leg, feeling that length, that floating sensation. So now we're going to go ahead and bring the left knee down to the mat. And we can release the arms alongside the body. And then let's sink forward into this right knee. So we might have to scooch the right foot forward till we can get this right knee over the right ankle, the left knee far behind the left hip. And we'll bring hands right to the thigh, maybe one on top of the other. And we're going to do some chin tucks here. So send the chin forward and then send the chin in towards the neck. Forward, in towards the neck. A few more of these. And then just bring the chin in slightly. We're going to keep the right forearm or hand down to the right thigh, and then inhale, lift the left arm up and send it over to the right for a side bend. Next, inhale, reach the left arm up, take the right arm up, and then exhale, start to straighten the right leg. Now we have the weight over this left knee. Bring the hands to the hips. Flex the right foot. So if you'd like, you can bring a block. You can create like a little bit of a support here and kind of wedge the foot. Just see what you'd like to do, but keep the knee straight or bent depending on how flexible you are in the back of the leg. Begin to hinge forward, sending the heart forward. So not taking head down towards knee, right? Just sending heart forward, keeping hands to hips for now. Again, maybe flexing the foot with some more effort or kind of resting the foot on something. And we're going to bring the hands down and then come to seated with the right leg extended. And you can either have this left foot scooch off to the left hip or have the foot to the inside of the thigh or sit on top of the foot. We're going to keep the right foot flexed and then inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Hands come to the leg or maybe around the leg, and notice the tightness in the back of this leg for a moment. So we're not going to be here long. We just want to pay attention and be aware of what that is now. Take 2 more deep breaths. And then begin to rise. And from here, we're going to come right into child's posture. So you can swing the legs around and then release the hips to the heels, lower the trunk. Three more deep breaths, the deepest breath you can take. And let's come back up to table. Exhale, downward facing dog.
Let the head hang loose, especially if you tend to carry your tension in the neck. Really release the head. Look towards the navel for a moment. And then let the head go. Going to look forward, float the feet forward to the top of the mat. Let's heel toe the feet apart just a bit. And then let's twist again. So left knee bends, left fingertips down in front of the left foot. Inhale, reach the right arm upwards. Now this time you might want to circle the right arm a bit. Circle the other way. And then release the right arm down, switch sides, right knee bends. Pick up the left arm. And again here, maybe circling. Circle the other way. And send the arm up. Exhale, lower the arm down. Going to bend the knees, hang loose for a moment. And then begin to unroll the spine. Work your way up. So the head is last. Once we're there, again, maybe move through the shoulders. Hopefully feeling a little looser in the shoulders. And then we'll bring feet hips distance apart. The next inhalation, reach the arms upwards. Let the head come back. Engage the thighs and the glutes. Exhale, palms together, thumbs in towards the heart center. Okay, let's step the left foot to the back of the mat. Nope, not the left, the right. We did the left. Step the right foot back, and we're keeping the back heel lifted. Okay, so then on the next inhale, we'll reach the arms upwards. And on the exhalation, we'll lower the arms and lower the right knee. So here we're gonna start to adjust that right foot, taking it a little bit back. Inhaling, straightening right leg, taking arms up. Exhaling, lowering knee and arms. Continue like this at your pace. Feel the lightness, like you're floating up. On the inhale, on the exhale, a light feeling of sinking. So it's not really heavy. It's just a gentle sinking. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling, gently lowering. We'll see a couple more. And then we're going to be bringing the knee down to the mat. Right knee down. Sink forward into the left knee, so take the right knee behind the hip. And you can rest the arms for a moment alongside the body. And then let's rest the hands actually on top of the left thigh. So we're going to take chin tucks again. So sending the chin forward and then in towards the neck. Forward and in. 4 more times. And then we'll be putting that chin in a neutral place, not too far forward, not too far in. Okay, take the left forearm or hand resting on the left thigh. Inhale the right arm up and over to the left for a side bend. Feeling a stretching deep into the right side body. You feel it in the waist. You might feel it down towards the knee. Reaching up and over to the left. Feeling it up through the arm. Left knee sinking with every exhalation. And we'll inhale, come to center, hands to hips. Now we bring the weight over that right knee and straighten the left leg. Flex the left foot. And begin to hinge forward. If there's ever any extra pressure that you can alleviate, like in the right knee, just bring something underneath it. Could be the side of the mat, could be a blanket. It doesn't have to be perfect, just something to sustain you. And we're here for maybe 3 more deep breaths. And then we'll rise back up. And now we're going to come to seated. So actually bring hands down and then lower the sitting bone down. And again, find whatever variation you found on the other side, you'll find it on this side. So positioning the right foot in a way that feels good. On the next inhale, reach the arms up. On the exhale, hinge forward, bring the hands down, maybe to the leg, maybe to the mat, keeping the left toes upward. Foot is flexed. Bend the knee if you need to, alleviate some pressure. And then exhaling for 3 deep breaths. So exhaling in and then taking 3 deep breaths. And rising, we're going to come back into child's posture, Balasana. So swing the feet around and lower the hips, lower the head. Three deep breaths. Now we're going to rise back up to standing on the knees. So if you're on hard floor, if the knees need some cushion, please bring a blanket or go in a position so that you can fold over the mat and give yourself some extra cushion on the knees. So when you're ready, rising up to standing on the knees. And we're going to be taking the arms. Let's bring the palms together first, actually. And then take the arms upwards. Let the head come back. Feeling opening in the breath and the position. Mind opening, heart opening. As you exhale, take the arms out to a T. Out to a T. And then flip the palms so that they're facing down. Palms face down. On the inhale, take the arms up, but let the tops of the hands come together. On the exhale, bring the arms to a T. So we're keeping the shoulders in the same position pretty much, right? So we're not going to change the position of the arms, the palms. They're going to stay in this way. So the tops of the hands touch above the head. On the inhale and the exhale, arms come back to a T. Nice wide position. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling. Letting yourself feel lightness in the arms as they ascend, and lightness as they descend. Now we're going to continue like this. So you could stay on the knees, or if you want, you can roll over the toes and sit on top of the heels and stretch the feet at the same time. So just see what feels good for you as you continue with the arms. The shoulders might get a little fatigued. Just see if you can mentally experience lightness in this movement, in this position. As you continue, make sure that when you take the arms to a T, you connect to the shoulder blades, and you might push them down the back. And then inhaling, sending arms up. Exhaling, feeling the broadening of the back as you send shoulder blades down. We're just going to go for about 15 more seconds. And from here, once the arms are reaching up, flip the palms to face each other, bring them together, draw them in towards the chest. You can bow the head. Let the head relax, the neck relax. And then we're going to come to, I think we're going to come to a table posture actually. So let's come into table. Roll over the toes and find downward facing dog again. Maybe you sense the shoulders a little bit more obviously here now that we've done what we've done. Going to step the right foot forward, just the right foot, and then walk the hands to the left side of the mat and come into a wide leg forward fold, releasing the head down. Clasp opposite elbows with the hands. Release the head. Now we're going to bend the knees a little bit, like we're in a really wide squat. So just bend the knees and sink the hips down for 3 breaths. We're going to unroll the spine, so press into the feet to rise with those knees bent. And then once we've risen, the head rises last, take the arms out, reach them up. Exhale the hands behind, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back, keep the feet apart, far apart from each other. Look upwards, feel openness of the chest. Exhale, fold forward for 4 deep breaths. Let the head go. Soft gaze, looking right through the legs here. We're going to release the arms down, and we're going to take a twist here like we did earlier, but we have separated feet much more now. So you might be able to plant the left palm down underneath the heart center, and then inhale the right arm up. So left hand can also go to a block, or you can come up to the fingertips. One more big breath here. And then exhaling, right hand down. Inhale, left arm up. One more deep breath. Exhale, lower the hand down, bend the knees, clasp opposite elbows with the hands, let the head go. Clear the breath out through the mouth, maybe a nice big sigh. And then begin to unroll the spine. The head rises last. Okay, this time we'll take the arms out to nice wide T, taking the arms back as if again you're getting ready to embrace. Feeling the chest more open than before. And now we're actually going to embrace ourselves. So go ahead and wrap the arms around the chest and then take the hands to somewhere along the back of the shoulders or somewhere along the back where you can keep them. And then right from here, bend the knees and begin to lower down. The head is the last to lower. So keeping the embrace here with the arms, lowering the head, keeping the knees bent. Now on the next inhalation, start to unroll again, keeping the arms as they are, the knees bent. The head rises last. Now see which arm you have on top. So we're going to switch that. Now go ahead and open the arms out. And then embracing with the opposite arm on top. Wrapping arms around. Bending the knees, sending the heart forward. And then lowering down, the head comes down last. With the knees bent, start to unroll the spine. Again, the head rises last. Once the head has risen, open the arms out. And now we're going to move into extended side angle posture. So shift the right toes to face the front of the mat. Arms are to a T. Left toes facing left side of the mat. Big stance, big wide stance between the feet. Exhale, bend into the right knee. And then take the right forearm down to the right thigh. Reach the left arm up and over. So deeper side bend now. Kind of been moving through side bends. Really reaching up out of the left hip, out of the left foot, out of the elbow. Look up past the left hand. Next inhale, rise up. Arms to a T, straighten the right leg, pivot so that we can work on the left side. Left toes face back of the mat. Lunge into the left knee. Left forearm to the thigh. Right arm up and over the right ear. Again, feeling that length. Reaching out of the right knee. Out of the right hip. Out of the right shoulder, the right elbow. Feeling the connection of the sole of the foot to the palm of the hand. And then looking up past the right hand. One more exhalation. And then we'll inhale, rise back up to standing, arms to a T. And let's pivot the feet, heel toe the feet so that they come closer together, arms alongside the body. We're going to find a balancing posture before we come down and take some more easygoing postures, we'll say. So let's come into tree. It's been a while since since at least I've practiced tree here with our classes. So we're going to start with hands together and closing the eyes and feeling the feet connected to the mat or the surface beneath. If you have too much cushion on the mat, you'll want to step off and let the four corners of the feet be felt on that surface. Relaxing the face and feeling like a liquid light is moving through the crown of the head down through the body. So we'll start by standing on the left leg. Engage the thighs, both thighs for now. Feeling both glutes engage as well. Now we'll keep the left one as it is, shift over to the left leg, but now we'll be bending the right knee and bringing right foot to the inside of the thigh or even the ankle. You can be using a surface close by to help you balance. We're sending the right knee out to the right. And then if you feel unstable, you can push the legs into each other. And even if you don't feel unstable, you just might do that for a moment and then find maybe you stay that active or maybe you relax a bit. You could take the arms up if you feel stable. We're going to exhale and just take one arm out to the side. Keep the other arm risen. Switch arms. Couple deep breaths. Maybe both arms risen now. And then palms together, bring them back in towards the chest and release the right foot. Okay. You might roll the ankles a little bit. We're going to work with the other side, so feet hips distance apart. Engage both of the thighs, engage the glutes. Feel the feet press into the surface that they're on. Shift the weight over to the right leg. Bring the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Keep sending the left knee to the left. If it goes forward, you'll lose balance. So feel like the hips can kind of flatten out. Maybe push the legs into each other. Maybe send the arms upwards. The eyes are on a spot in front of you that isn't moving. You can have that focus on that one little spot will help. And then if you have the arms risen, maybe take one arm out to the side. Switching arms. Maybe both stay skyward. And then we'll bring the hands together and bring them back in towards the chest. Release the foot, roll the ankles. We're going to come all the way down to lying down on the back. So once you find a seat and come to lying down, bring the knees into the chest and the arms around the knees and rock a little bit side to side. Now take the head and move it with the rest of the body for a moment, and then in the opposite direction. Keep the right knee in towards the chest, release the left leg. So left leg long on the mat, right knee in towards the chest. We're going to take the hands to the back of the thigh and interlace the fingers. Keep the knee bent for a moment. Now point the right foot. flex the foot, point, flex, point the foot, and then begin to straighten this right leg. So there'll be a point where you feel like that's the end right there. I can't straighten much more than that. Then you can keep the knee bent and begin to flex the foot. And maybe the leg is going to shake a little bit. So just kind of experiencing that tightness, that it's like energy is stuck and it's just shaking in that space and it just wants to move and flow through freely. So now we're going to bend the knee, keep the foot flexed, point the foot and straighten the leg. Bend the knee as the foot is flexed, point and straighten. As you're just holding this right leg, we're going to go through a few more times. And now we're going to keep that right leg extended up and then holding the leg in a place that feels a little bit more comfortable. So for me, when I'm here, I really enjoy holding the right foot with the right hand. And right now my knee has to stay bent. I have too much tightness here. And then my left hand will come to the back of the thigh and help push the leg in closer to the chest. So see what works for you. You might have hands behind the thigh still or behind the calf, or something like this with hand to foot and hand to thigh. And just focusing on full breath, fullness and completeness and openness on the inhalation. And now we can also on the exhalation sense fullness and openness and completeness on the exhalation. Full, open, and complete on the in-breath. Full, open, and complete on the out-breath. We're here just a little longer. Maybe straightening the leg just a bit more. I will keep this right leg risen. Plant the left foot down onto the mat and guide this right leg so that the knee will point outward and the right foot comes to the left thigh and will come to reclining pigeon. So then pick up the left leg and hold the left leg with the hands. They can thread around that thigh. They can come to the shin or interlace behind the left thigh. Keep the right foot flexed. Left foot, maybe you'll flex it or maybe you'll just let the left foot relax completely. Feeling the whole body relax, the face, the chest, the abdomen, the hip, the legs, even the arms, though they're a little active. Now we're going to be taking this right foot away from the thigh, so you might need to let go completely of the left leg, or maybe halfway, and you can just release this right leg, send it forward, and then pull the left knee in towards the chest. So now we'll have the hands behind the left thigh, fingers interlace. Point and flex the left foot. Now we're going to point the foot and straighten the left leg as best as you can. Notice when you get to the point that the leg is shaking, flex the foot, leg shaking. Okay, flexing the foot, bend the knee more deeply, release the foot down, point the foot, straighten the leg. Exhaling, bending and flexing. Inhaling, straightening and lengthening. A few more of these. It's a good way to open the leg before we hold a position. So now when you're ready, go ahead and keep the leg extended upward. Flex the foot to help. Find the position that works best for you. So again, maybe you're just going to hold back of the thigh, or take hand or hands to calf, or hold left foot and bring that leg closer. Mentally relaxing the whole body, facilitating that relaxation with the breath, the control of the breath. Maybe you can straighten the left leg a little bit more. And we're now going to guide this foot, so actually plant the right foot on the mat. Guide the left foot to the right thigh. Keep the left foot flexed. Pick up the right leg and hold the right leg with the arms. Again, focusing on relaxing the whole body. The scalp, relaxing the face, relaxing the neck, the shoulders, the chest, the abdomen, the hips.
the legs, the arms, even though they're active. And let's say a couple more breaths. We'll go ahead and release the legs now and lengthen the legs along the mat, straightening them, reaching the arms back. Just bring the right knee in towards the chest, take the right arm out to the right, left hand to outer right knee, cross that knee over to the left, so single-legged spinal twist. Work the right shoulder blade down, turn the head to the right. And inhale, bring the knee back to center and extend the leg. Draw the left knee in. Left arm out to the left, right hand to outer left knee. Draw the knee over to the right. Work the left shoulder blade down, turn the head to the left. And we'll inhale, bring that knee back to center. Release the leg. We're going to rest now, so letting the feet come to the corners of the mat, arms alongside the body, palms flipped up. You can draw the shoulder blades towards each other first and then release into the mat, letting the body release into the mat. Go ahead and close the eyes really tightly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax the eyes as you breathe out. Now on the inhale, pucker up the lips and maybe even clench the jaw. On the exhale, open the mouth and release. Softening the jaw, just gently closing the lips. Next inhalation, tighten up the arms, create fists. Let them even shake a bit, all the way up to the shoulders, tensing. On the exhale, release completely the arms and let the fingers just gently curl. On the inhale, tense up the belly. On the exhale, release the belly. On the inhale, tense up the glutes. Exhale, release the glutes. Inhale, tense up the thighs and the calves. Exhale, relax the thighs and the calves. Inhale, close the toes, really clench them, maybe tense up in the ankle. Exhale, release the feet. Now allowing the whole body to relax. Bringing awareness to the back. Letting the back sink into the mat as if it's becoming the mat. Bringing awareness to the head. Letting the head sink into the surface. Let the elbows sink into the surface and the tops of the hands sinking into the surface that supports these points. Let the calves sink. Let your bottom sink. Let the heels sink down. Rest completely. We're still lying here in Shavasana, resting completely. But as you have sunk in this body, it might actually feel as though you are floating. There's a sensation of floating. Let's float now for a little while longer, floating in the sea of love and joy and bliss. Floating in the sea of love and joy and bliss. Floating in the sea of love and joy and bliss. Now begin to breathe into that bliss, taking deeper and deeper breaths. Breathing into that love, that joy, that bliss. And as you are deepening the breath, I'm going to give you one sentence to hold in your mind as you feel this complete enveloping of your body of this breath. This is from Yogananda. Divine love is the only perfect love. Divine love is the only perfect love. Divine love is the only perfect love. Now start to move through the body. In whatever way feels good to you. So maybe knees into the chest, maybe there's some rocking happening. When you rise up to seated, find a tall spine. And if you get there sooner, you can start to move the head a little bit in some circles. You can take the one ear upwards and stretch the side of the neck. And taking the other ear upwards. And then finding a tall seat if you haven't found your way there already.
And we're going to bring the palms together, and I'm going to read again this section from Yogananda, and he here is quoting the Taittiriya Upanishad. From joy we have come. In joy we live and have our being, and in the sacred joy we will one day melt again. Now chanting Mangala mantra, wishing happiness, joy, and realization of truth for all beings. Svasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahi mahisha go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.